In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get paid to form an LLC. I don't mean getting a free LLC, I mean actually getting a profit from forming your business in LLC format. And the best thing about it is that this method is not actually hard. It's probably a good bit more simple than what you're traditionally accustomed to when forming LLCs. If we haven't met already, my name is Anfernee and I like to talk about how to make money online. And as I said, this video is going to be focused on LLC formation. Now, if you don't know what an LLC is in the first place or why you should have one, let me explain that really briefly. Basically, what an LLC is a limited liability company that has a ton of benefits for small business owners. One of the main benefits is actually expressed in the name itself, in the name limited liability company, meaning that when you form an LLC, you are actually separating your personal assets from your business assets. So if you ever do encounter a lawsuit in the future, they can't come for your personal belongings. And the second and probably biggest advantage of forming an LLC is all of the tax advantages that you get. You see, when you form an LLC, you are now able to deduct your business expenses from your profits, leaving you with a lower tax bill. And this favorable tax treatment is going to be one of the main driving methods to actually making money to form your LLC. But it won't be the only method. So before we get too deep in this video, if you're finding any kind of value in this video, I would really appreciate it if you tap that like button for your boy, as it really does help my channel out. And also, if you want an even better way to make a couple bucks, one of the best ways to do that is using the link in the description below, where if you sign up to WeBull and deposit $100, they will give you 2 free stocks just for signing up and depositing money into the app. You don't even have to invest it, you just have to put it in the app. But now let's get back to talking about getting paid to form LLCs. So the first step to getting paid to form your LLC is actually paying to form your LLC in the first place. I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but let me explain. In order to make a profit from your LLC formation, you must find out how to form it as cheaply as possible. And in order to do this, you must stay away from all of the third-party formation websites and deal directly with your state's Department of Revenue. You see, the process of actually forming an LLC is way more simple than some companies make it out to be. And they would rather make it seem like it's a lot more complicated, so you go to these middlemen and pay them a commission just so they can fill out a form and have your LLC registered. So as I said, in order to avoid the middleman and form your LLC as cheaply as possible, you must first go to your state's Department of Revenue website and then click on the links that lead you to the LLC formation page. For me, in the state of Alabama, all I had to do was search LLC formation in Alabama, and then the page popped up after I scrolled through all the ads. And then once I get to this page, I can then click on a link where I can download a form where I can fill out all the information needed to form my LLC. This form is very simple to fill out, and I would even say that it's easier than filling out a form at a doctor's office. The only really creative thing that you would need to have for this form is your LLC name. Now, having a good or bad LLC name is really not the point of this video, but what you should make sure of is that your LLC name is actually available. And to find out if your potential LLC name is actually available is really a simple and easy process as well. What you would do is go back to your Department of Revenue's website, click on a link that takes you to the existing LLCs, and then you would just search your potential name to see if it's already formed or not. And once doing this once or twice with a few potential names, I'm sure you can find one that's not already taken. But once you do have a good name that fits your LLC, you can then take it back to the form and continue filling out the rest of the information. And then for the state of Alabama, there's a $200 filing fee, which you would have to pay upon submitting the form. So now that we have submitted the form, we are officially out of pocket $200 for this formation. And then once a few weeks have passed and you find out that you got approved for your LLC, you would then get an official certificate from the state, and now you can move forward with actually making money from this formation. And the next step to getting your money back from forming your LLC is going to be getting your federal EIN number for your business. Now, an EIN number is basically like a personal identifying number, such as a social security number, but for an entity rather than for a person. This number is basically a way to identify your business for tax purposes. And what you should not do when you're getting your EIN number is pay someone to get it for you, because getting this number for your business is also very free and very easy to get. And some third-party websites will charge you an extra commission to get this EIN number. And in order to get your EIN number, all you have to do is go on the IRS website and request it, and you'll get it in 1 to 2 weeks. And the reason why having this number is important is because we'll begin to open up a business checking account with this EIN number. And once you do have your EIN number and you're ready to open up a business checking account, this is going to be the point where you really start to make your money back. Because at any given time of the year, a ton of banks will be having great sign-up promotions where if you sign up and open up a business checking account, they will give you a cash back bonus just for opening up an account with that bank. For example, one of the best sign-up promotions I've seen recently is Chase Bank is actually going to be giving new business accounts $300 just for signing up for a business account with them and depositing $2,000. Now, I believe you do have to make 15 qualifying purchases within the first 3 months of opening that account. But if you're running a business that spends a few dollars a month, this shouldn't be too hard to come by. So let's say that you do take Chase up on their offer and open an account and deposit $2,000. This means that after 2 months, you'll be getting $300 back in cash back bonuses, which will completely cover your cost of forming your LLC and also give you a little more spending money. However, we're not just done with this video yet, because there's one more way you can make even more profit from forming your LLC, and that is through tax deductions. You see, when you form your LLC, all of the expenses associated with forming that LLC is going to be tax deductible. This means the $200 that you formed your LLC with, if you pay anybody for some reason to get an EIN number, and all the little things associated with getting that business started will be tax deductible. So let's say we only spent $200 to form our LLC. If we earn more than $200 in that year, we'll be able to save an additional $60 in taxes just from deducting that initial business expense. How this works is basically for every $1 you spend in business expenses, you'll be saving 30 cents in taxes. So for $200 in business expenses, you'll be getting back $60 in favorable tax treatment. And if you add this to the $100 extra you got for opening up your business checking account, you'll be essentially standing to make $160 in profit from forming your LLC. Now this is pretty insane to think about, but you do have to keep in mind that in order to get that extra tax savings, you have to be making more money than it costs to form your LLC. So I wouldn't really recommend you forming an LLC until your business actually started making some revenue, because until then the tax advantages won't really be worth it, because you will be making a net loss each year and you aren't going to be taxed when you lose money. However, with all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you found any kind of value in this video, I would really appreciate it if you tap that like button for your boy, as it really would help my videos reach a little bit of a larger audience. Also, you don't want to leave even more money on the table for you by forgetting to use the link in the description and getting your 2 free stocks from WeBull from signing up and depositing $100. They actually give away some pretty high value stocks sometimes, with it potentially being up to $1,400. But I really hope you did enjoy this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.